Fact number 1, Pomodoro's technique is not for medicos. Guys, I hate to break this to you, but like Pomodoro is like training for a marathon by running 100-meter sprints. It doesn't work, right? So here's why I give you 3 solid reasons. One is it will break a rhythm. You see, when you're studying those complex medical topics, you need an in-depth analysis, and just when you're getting into the groove of understanding the topic, that is when the timer will go off. So we usually end up with like some part of the topic and not an in-depth analysis, which is required for the NEET exam. Second, it gives like a pseudo sense of accomplishment. Like if I say I did 8 sessions of Pomodoro today, sounds very cool, but did I understand those topics in detail? Well, it may, most of the time in most of the sessions, it would be a big no. And the third point which I want to highlight from so many years of my teaching students over a large number of years is that it fails under the real exam pressure, because see, exam is gonna be a 3 solid hour long duration, and most people, because they're habituated to taking breaks, they're not able to focus that entire long duration, which results in silly mistakes like what happened in the recently concluded NEET PG exam. Now, before we go forwards in this video, I will also share with you the 3 most irrational subject combinations that tend to decrease the performance, because there are so many timetables floating around. So hang on till the end of the video when I share those irrational subject combinations. Fact number 2, use the 80-20 rule. You're aware of this anyway, that 20% of those topics are gonna be yielding 80% of the questions. So that is what is called as smart exam studying. And for that, for starters, my suggestion to you would be, since you have done the NEET PG exam recently, is go to the YouTube channel of Prepladder and just download that video of the NEET recall of the last time that Prepladder did. And you will notice that within 2 hours of the paper being conducted, we solved all the questions that were actually asked in the exam with the exact replication of the choices. Why I'm saying that is because what is important is the wordings of the MCQ, because NEET is all about how do you put a comma, how do you put up a question mark, how do you say all except, because multiple options can be correct. So that will give you an idea regarding what are the topics. I mean, that is like you make a note of all the 200 topics that have been asked in the last time's exam. That is like the starting point from where you will be able to build yourself. Now, point number 3 is that you can use apps to basically improve your productivity. One of the app is called as Forest app. In this, you grow a tree every time when you're studying. I mean, you started your study, so if you're not touching your phone, a tree will grow automatically in the app. And suppose you touch your phone, that means that you are literally cutting a tree. And then you have those Instagram blockers and call blockers for a particular point of the day. So those things are obviously important. So I understand you need a digital detox every day, but that digital detox should be at the end of the day and not at the starting of the day. Fact number 4, mix the hard and the easy subjects. That's a mental momentum hack to keep the balance going. You see, don't study all the heavy subjects together. That's gonna increase too much of or that can induce a burnout. In fact, you can use a combination of a subject with a high cognitive load with a lighter one, so that you are able to keep your mind fresh and prevent a burnout. The smart combinations, in my opinion, would be like you could be combining pharmacology with PSM. Yes, guys, because one is only facts and the second is learning mechanism of action. Then pharmacology with medicine should be combined, because then that, in my opinion, will help you cover regarding the pathophysiology of the disease and then understand the treatment algorithm as well. You can combine surgery with anesthesia, but never ever try to combine anatomy with the surgery. In fact, right in the beginning, I said, I'm gonna tell you 3 irrational combinations in my personal opinion. One is gonna be anatomy with surgery, because both of them are high cognitive load subjects. Then is anatomy with orthopedics, because anatomy itself is so demanding, guys, that if you mix it up with orthopedics, in my opinion, anatomy and biochemistry are subjects which should be done just en toto. Just like we do a radical neck dissection or something like that. Just get rid of the monkey, or get the monkey off my back. So get over with anatomy and biochemistry in isolation, in my opinion, instead of trying and combining. Fact number 5, prioritize what is to be done on a daily basis. I think you can use the ABCD approach, where A would be absolutely must-do subjects like CNS pharmacology. That will help you in psychiatry also. B would be bare minimum. Bare minimum would mean learning about basic life support, advanced cardiac life support, and trauma protocols. C is can wait. Let me say you have to study biochemistry. Now, studying those enzymes and coenzymes can wait, because even if I study them today, I will finish or forget them by the time the exam will come. So I'll try to keep that subject a little later. Then is certain subjects which are my weak ones, which I know inherently, like suppose my microbiology is weak or my medicine is weak. So D would be do revise daily. At least allocate 1 to 2 hours to a particular subject, whichever is your weakest one. And the most important thing in the end, guys, I would like to say is eliminate. The key part is very vocal. Eliminate brooding over the past scores or the past mistakes that might have been done. I hope you find these tips useful. Thank you so much for hearing me out.